All right, I am here with David Azizi from the law offices of David Azizi, and a very common question that often gets asked with a personal injury case, whether it be a car accident or slip and fall or any type of paraplegia, is does the client have to pay the medical bills out of the settlement? And how does the process work with the medical bills while the case is ongoing, while the research is being done? Because obviously they do need medical assistance during the case, and maybe it's a little bit out of their price range. A lot of people don't have the money just sitting around. So David, first of all, does the client have to pay the medical bills out of the settlement? And if they don't have the money, how can they pay their current medical bills?
All right. Well, I'll answer the first question. Does the client have to pay their medical bills out of the recovery from the settlement? And the answer is yes. However, the point is that when we attempt to settle the case, we try to make sure that there's enough money that the case is settled for, so that the doctors can get paid, the client can get the fair compensation for their injuries, and the lawyer can get what they are entitled to as a result, or what their fee agreement provides for. So a lot of times people will think, oh, well, wait a minute, I'm going to have to pay for the doctor bills, but like I said, we make sure that we settle the case for an amount that compensates the doctors for the services that they provided. And then the next question you brought up is, what happens if a patient or a party that's been injured in an accident doesn't have the resources or funds to be able to go to the doctor and do what's necessary? Or, for example, they don't have health insurance. I know right now there's Obamacare, but I'm learning through my practice that what ended up happening with Obamacare, all of the people that couldn't afford medical care beforehand still cannot afford it because they're not able to get it, and none of those people have any medical insurance. I'll get calls from people and say, do you have health insurance? They say no. I'm like, well, what about Obamacare? Like, I can't afford it. So, and sometimes those people still don't have health insurance. And so luckily, there's a group of doctors that are willing to work on a lien basis. And what that means is that essentially they're willing to go ahead and provide the medical service for the client and hold off on collecting on their medical bills until the case is done and over. Once the case is done and over, then they recover from out of the recoveries that are made, whether it's by way of settlement or if the matter has to go to trial, by way of verdict from the verdict or settlement. So it kind of helps people who don't have insurance, or sometimes the clients do have health insurance, but you could imagine if you have to pay a copay of 40, 50 bucks each time you go to the doctor, it can add up. And for a lot of times, a lot of people who are trying to make ends meet at the end of the month, 40, 50 bucks of each time of a copay to go see a doctor, before you know it, it's like within a month you're owing like $1,000 or $500, $600, $700. And for somebody who's been injured and who sometimes, again, like I've covered in other videos, has difficulty even putting in full time, sometimes they work part time so they get paid less, is really hard to be able to pay that copay. So a lot of times to be able to see a doctor on a lien basis is really helpful and very beneficial to injured clients.
Absolutely, and that is extremely important information. Especially, I have heard a lot of similar situations that Obamacare is affordable, but not affordable to everybody. So it's not necessarily the case that it's not Canada. We don't get free health care, and Obamacare is not free nor cheap in a lot of situations. So if you are in that situation, if you are someone who does not have health insurance, please feel free to contact the law offices of David Azizi. They will be more than happy to help you better understand the situation. The phone number will be in the YouTube video as well as below, or you can access davidazizipersonalinjury.com, and there will be plenty of information. There are several articles on there related to having no medical insurance and getting help with a personal injury lawsuit. Thank you for your time, David.
Thank you.